Aleikum. Welcome back to another video. I'm making this video pretty much off the cuff because I'm just inspired to make it right now. Yesterday night I watched a documentary called The Corporation, and it was a really eye-opening documentary. I would really recommend if you wanted to watch it. I'll put the link in the description below. It's a really eye-opening documentary about how corporations function. And the main thing that I wanted to discuss was we need to really hone in on the youth. With social media becoming more and more obvious that there are issues with it, the attention that it brings away from youth. I mean, it's designed to keep you focused on it, and for a developing young mind, if you are not able to have structures and parameters set around the usage of social media, you will become addicted to it very easily, and it's the point. I can remember when I first heard about the tobacco industry and how huge of a marketing campaign that they pushed to make it look like smoking was good. It was high class thing to do. You want to look like you are, right? And they added things to it. Find out that it's actually really detrimental to your health, and the tobacco industry had to really find other ways to get around it. Right now they have forced to put stickers on the label. They have to label every product that they sell that this is going to damage you. We don't have that for social media. There is nowhere are they obligated to explain the detriments that social media usage and consumption will have on your development and developing mind. This is something that I really do think needs to be addressed more, because youth are the future. Literally, there is no way around that. If we are not able to connect and discuss ways in which we can assist the youth get around social media addiction, we're going to allow them to fall deeper and deeper into it, especially with the advancements of AI. It's going to get even weirder, especially on social media. And reason why I'm saying that we need to really hone in on the youth is because in that documentary, a good majority of it dealt with kids. And I'm talking about kids in sweatshops, kids creating all sorts of materials for our consumption, right? Your phone has minerals that maybe children really did actually mine themselves. These corporations, and because I'm not going to name anyone in particular, don't care about these children. All that they care about is the bottom line. How much money they can generate per quarter. That is their bottom line. Why I'm saying that we need to hone in on children and youth is because we are actually actively being conditioned to not care about one another, and that is scary. It is frightening. I grew up in a society. When I was in Kenya, when I was a child, I felt that communal sort of living. And it's a very influential way to live because it lets you become a part of something more than just yourself. We live in an individualized society now where the focus has been directed to the self. You are your own being. You to or not to concern yourself with the group. This is the West. The West has brought this majorly to the forefront. Capitalism, especially classical, like they really did something here, people. They moved the needle to make people only think of themselves. And then further think about your community, but like no one else. You know what I'm trying to say, guys? So gotta break down a lot of barriers. Oh my goodness, cause we gotta think about these kids, man. I'm not joking. We really do. We gotta think about these kids. We have to think about the next generation because we need to. There's just no way around that. The amount of abuse that this planet has taken at the hands of people who don't care and only care about the bottom line is frightening. It's frightening. It allows the mind to remember there are those who are here to simply profit. They don't care about what sort of impact they're making, what sort of damage that they're creating to the planet. I'm talking about like serious environmental concerns. That film really did highlight exactly the problems that we face today, right? Take your phone, for instance, right? There are minerals that are in here that once they touch the water supply in certain communities, it's contaminated. But do you want to know something? Those corporations, now I won't name any, those corporations, they will have, let's say, a lawsuit against them by the party that's affected. They have the most trained lawyers on the planet to be able to intimidate. So imagine you are a person from that community who has had this affection. Like your child is now having issues, health-related issues that was literally stemming from this corporation using and abusing the minerals and the natural resources, which then play into the natural way of living, the community's natural way of living. Like the water that they drink is contaminated now because of the job that the corporation has gone ahead and done. You're intimidated now. You don't know this guy or woman. They're telling you, if you do this, we will do this, this, and this, and you're not educated in this sort of realm. So you start to think, hey, should I just keep quiet? That's the goal. We really got to start talking about real. I don't know what it is with people, right? But we got to hone in on the youth. Got to think about the environment. Got to get out of this bubble that we're living in because it's not right. Right? It's not right. Like I'll say it again. I came from a communal living, right? You know your neighbors. The neighborhood over, you know them. The neighborhood over, you know them. Communal. Now I live in, a suburb. I don't even know my neighbors, and it's not because. It's not even because we don't know. It's just nobody wants to know one another, right? Like, there's that barrier that we're comfortable with having up because it's like, they don't really have to care about you. Like, honestly, it's true. Again, this Western way of thinking has really gone into the minds of even people who have not had this sort of living. And you're becoming acclimatized to a new way of which is not right. Like I always tell some of my friends, like, I might just go to Africa because this is kind of crazy, man. Like, they just want money, and it's like, what's wrong with you? The videos take it too long, but just hone in on the youth and talk to your neighbors, man. even if they don't like you, like I'm story time. My neighbor called the police on me, and I didn't even do any. I'm telling you the truth. I shoveled his driveway because I was just trying to be a good neighbor to just let me see what this guy's about. I shovel his driveway. He comes out. He's recording me. I'm not playing. I swear, if I am joking, I can't make this up. He's recording me. He's saying I'm gonna call the police. I'm like, hold on. What did I do wrong? Now I found out what technically I did do wrong. Okay? After I left the premises. Now again, we're literally neighbors. He's right next to me. I wait, the police come. The police go into his home and start talking to him. They come to me after. I'm like, so what's up? Like what happened? He's like, you're a good kid. Some people, they just don't like to talk. And I was like, yo, I know. This was a sign. Like, some people, they don't like to connect. They actually don't want. Now, obviously, I could go with the whole, he's racist. Now, that might be the case. That might have been, because there were one instance where we came home at the same time. He, looked at me, and then he double-clicked the locking of the vehicle. I don't know what that was. And I looked at him, I was like, okay, you gotta secure the car. I respect that, man. The police tells me, technically, if you're on his property, he'll tell you to leave. You have to obey that. I didn't obey that. So I stayed and I still shoveled. So I did technically break a law. But then they were like, yo, we're not going to say anything. Just don't go on his property ever again. I was like, that's very easy for me to do. Very easy. What was the point that I was trying to come up with? Listen, some people, they don't want to connect. I think that was my point. Some people, they don't like to connect. Some people, they just want to stay on their own. Find those in your community that you can connect with. And then you guys can have if you got kids, they got kids, let them play with each other. If you guys have some you guys got something to knit or play basketball, I don't know, talk about something that's not related to the politics of the world now. Do anything that is more positive to create a communal setting. Okay, what's happening right now is division. People want to be divided. You gotta say that. All right, man. I'm not going into that. Thank you for watching another video. Take care. I don't even know what I'm gonna title this.